Okay, hello. Um, I just took a bath. It's late at night, so I'm trying to be quiet. Um, yeah, I just used baking soda again. So what I'm kind of discovering is it's like a lot slipperier than regular soap. I'm having like some sort of reverse body dysmorphia thing going on because I looked at myself in the mirror and I was like, I don't remember being this skinny except for when I was breastfeeding and couldn't keep up with the calories required to breastfeed. Because it's like feeding another person, you kind of have to eat twice as much. But and I wasn't even eating enough for myself, so at that point, I don't think that means what I'm doing is unhealthy. I've been eating on average one meal a day. The past 2 days, yesterday I just sucked down the chicken broth from a can of soup. The day before that, I ate some of the noodles and carrots from the soup and the broth. I'm pretty hungry right now, but my stomach is kind of telling me that I shouldn't eat. So, yeah. My head's a bit itchy. I think that's from the baking soda. But also, since I've been using the baking soda, I have this kind of like psoriasis on the back of my head here. And there's like this protective layer that has, that's weird, formed over the dry patch. So that's cool. I think it's healing. What's interesting about using baking soda in the bath too is that like I keep scraping all this dirt off my feet with my nails. So mostly what I do in the bath is just kind of clean my feet. So I think like especially between my toes, I think there's been dirt that's been there for such a long time because like regular soap didn't get it off. So yeah, it hasn't come completely off, but every time I take a bath in baking soda, it more of it comes off. So these are just my interesting observations about washing with baking soda. I don't have any chemical hangovers. My armpits don't smell as great as they should. They're like clean after the bath for the most part, and they smell pretty good, but it doesn't really last any length of time. So I've got to find some other solution for that. I might find some like essential oils bar soap. Maybe I kind of found a store where I can probably get some of that. Okay. So then it's like financially figuring out if I can do this or that or blah blah blah. I'm able to do things in steps with the money I have, like trying new experiments to make myself feel better. I'm still kind of debating whether I should see the naturalist because I don't know if I can afford it. And I'm like, my body feels so much better at this point. Just not eating. And that I wonder if they can really tell me anything that's beneficial. Because half of the problem might just be that my body needs like a sort of digestive rest. Or mostly that I should just like drink liquid things instead of try to eat solid food. Carrots, for the most part, seem to do okay in my digestion. Trying to scan through other foods I've tried. Sweet potatoes are pretty benign. Maybe orange foods. My body likes orange foods. Green peppers have always been pretty good. Bell peppers. So, just still experimenting with life. I had some thoughts about depression. Now, take it or leave it. I'm not trying to put anybody in a darker place, and I'm not an expert. But my own experience is kind of telling me that the further I lean into the things I'm afraid of, like the less depressed I get. Little daydreaming thoughts there. But by that I mean, I think the darkness within ourselves is not as scary as we think it is. Now, you might not want to share with everybody what your darkest thoughts or dreams or likes are, you know, because they might misconstrue it or misunderstand. Because most of us who are depressed are probably, well, that song, I'm not suicidal, I don't want to fucking die. I just want to be able to close my eyes and feel alright, because every day I feel like dying. So I think part of that like comes from, at one point, people who are depressed, even as a child, like decided like this is too much, I don't want to do this anymore, and decided they don't want to live anymore. Now for me, this took a while to be like full-blown depression. It was more like of a sort of avoidance of reality as a child. The best I could do was just to pretend like nothing was wrong in a way. That's not completely what I did, but it was part of my coping strategy of being with my family. Do you guys just notice how much better like I've looked today? And the only real difference is that I haven't eaten anything. So I think it's like rejuvenating my body in a way. Like I said, I wasn't gonna eat tonight, and I'm not, even though I'm very hungry. Because then what happens is I have to, as soon as I fall asleep, basically my body wakes up and I have to go shit. Even if it's just like chicken broth or something. I need to drink more water. My lips being dry is telling me that, but I chronically like had dry lips as a child. I suspect that this happens because of like stomach problems and like lack of hydration. Because really, for the most part, I haven't had to use chapstick since I haven't been eating much and drinking water. I've always needed a lot of water. That's just kind of how my body works. I think I came from like a water planet. I have dreams sometimes about like huge pools of like clear water. It's kind of a recurring theme. It's kind of like a dream of mine, like I would love to experience. But I mean, who knows what's on this planet? Half of it hasn't been shown to us, but I would just love to be in like a, I don't know, an ocean-sized pool of clear water. Okay. I feel like I've spent time in between lives just resting and rejuvenating in water. Even the water here, like the ocean, is like food for my soul, man. Because it takes away like all of the pains in my body. And I just feel like I can be, for the most part, my neck still hurts, but I feel so much better. I wish I could just live in the water. One day. Side note, I didn't really want to share this because I'm a little embarrassed, but I didn't really take a bath for like 7 to 9 days. Because I didn't want to. I was having some like depressive, demoralizing thoughts at this point. Probably contributed. But also sometimes it's just kind of nice to stew in your own misery. Like no one there to tell you you shouldn't or that you're wrong. Like your experience is valid, like even if you're putting yourself down, you know. It's not like I had to be out and impress anybody. And why do we need to impress anybody anyway? And why are homeless people looked down on because they haven't showered? Do you know how hard it is to shower as a homeless person? I do. Because I've been homeless. Okay. Peace out, muchachos.